This is how you break the game, sort of. The age of absolutism starts after global trade has been discovered, and it has been true for 120 months, or 10 years. Global trade spawns when these criteria are met. The year is 1600. The province in question is not an island. The node in question is the most valuable node in the game, as determined by the ledger right here. Right now, the most valuable node is Sevilla. We're about to make the most valuable node Genoa. Let's wait 1 month and let that happen. So now the most valuable node is currently... It is currently still Sevilla, because stupid ass Castile is stealing most of the money. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, let's take half the fleet then, and have half of the fleet go protect trade in Sevilla. Alright, now Genoa is the most valuable node by 0.5 ducats. Looks like I'm going to have to force a lot of extra... Did we actually have our ships protecting trade there that month? I did. Can I embargo my own subject? I cannot embargo my own subject? That's dumb. Alright, well, clearly we need more boats. More boats. Also, we want to upgrade our ports in this node. Not in this node. So, it's close. We'll make it close, like, we'll make it less close as we get closer and closer to the age, because we don't want to accidentally let it spawn. We want to make sure Genoa's got a nice, healthy advantage over the Sevilla node. So, let's look at the requirements again. So I'm not eligible to spawn it for a couple reasons. Number one, the year is not 1600. Number two, the trade center needs to be level 2 or 3. This is still showing that Sevilla is the highest value trade node in the world. It's not. How can I have both a green check for the Genoa node and a green check for the... I'm not ignoring chat. Ugh. Let's find out. I think we're okay, but... I want to get like a 10 ducat disparity between the two nodes, just to make sure I don't accidentally mess up. Of course, we lose the trader. Three ducat disparity now. I think I'm going to pull... Actually, realistically, let's just try putting everyone back into Sevilla. And see where we end up at without any boats protecting here. That gives us a nice gap between the two. Why do you still improve relations with Castile if he's still being integrated? It's just force habit. He's close, so I feel like it's like a... You're not really using the diplomat, because if you need him for anything, you can pull him back right away. So it's mostly just about, like, doing something useful with the diplomat while still having him available on a moment's notice, that kind of thing. Like, with Castile, we might as well siphon his income a bit. Then use that money to build boats. Naturally. Okay, so Diplo rep penalty, and our heir has Diplo rep penalty, so our integration speed's now down to 2. It's very nice. October of 47, while we have diplomatic annexation cost minus 55%. It's going super fast. Super quick. What are you going to do after the personal union with France? Well, we don't need the personal union with France for the achievement, so... For the most part, unless there is another achievement that like catches my eye after we get Basque in Glory, then... I think we'll be pretty well done with the achievement, you know? Done with the run. So, Genoa node is a healthy 12 ducats ahead. We got 2 years to go until the institution could spawn. If it does spawn, then we know we have 10 years till Age of Absolutism, which is the time crunch of the run. It shouldn't be able to spawn, though, unless that tooltip is actually correct and it's bugged, because there's a mutually exclusive problem with this tooltip. It says Genoa is the highest valued node in the world, and at the bottom of the tooltip it says Sevilla is the highest valued trade node in the world. Only one of those two things can be true at the same time. So which one is correct? I don't know. It seems strange. If it doesn't spawn in January, then it's pretty much guaranteed that we're fine. If it does spawn, then obviously there's a problem. Obviously. So we're about to find out. We're, you know, coming up in here in January. Didn't spawn. I think it's a tooltip bug. I think that I've satisfied the requirements and it can't spawn. I think we've blocked the institution from spawning completely, but it's misleading. Like, the tooltip just is weird. It's wonky. Now, granted, I can completely understand why it would be wonky, because who the hell does this, right? Like, how would they even test this? Because most people aren't trying to actively block the spawning of the institution. I keep on getting exceptionally unlucky with this curie control thing. Alright, let's try another dice roll. Do we have a merchant in Genoa? Yeah. Minority has been expelled. Discounted Diplo rep guy. Don't mind if I do. Now, it's entirely possible that we just got unlucky. It usually spawns on January 1st with this specific institution. But going into this annual tick, the Genoa node is still the most valuable. We still don't meet any of the criteria because we don't have a level 2 or level 3 world port, and we don't have our capital in the state, so still no institution. So I'm just gonna say that I'm right, and that the institution, it cannot spawn. I think I'm right. My gut says that I'm right. I think the tooltip's messed up. Watch the game spawn it now. Yeah, I mean, that would probably be, you know, just my luck. But 2 years in a row of it not spawning is a pretty clear indicator, I think, that it is ineligible. As long as we don't accidentally screw up and allow some other node to become the most powerful. Like, it's entirely possible. I can't see the Beijing node right now. So if Beijing were, like, real close, it could accidentally go above 58, and then they could spawn it over there. But every year that goes by now, we're just buying time to finish this integration of Castile and then export people. And we have 10 years after it does spawn. Still no institution. I'm right. I'm right. And so far it's worked for three January ticks. Let's see if it works for a fourth. Air falls ill. Hey, well, he's got negative Diplo rep. He's a 5/6, but... Oh, come on! When I don't care, he doesn't die. No, we're just expelling. Expelling is far cheaper than converting. We're just waiting on the integration of the steel now. Is it 31%? Okay, so, yeah. We're on track for integration in 1618, but that's not actually correct because we're going to get another modifier to discount the integration cost. Soon. Continuing to expel people that are... See, we're out of people to expel. Right? Why don't we promote other cultures? Because right now we're trying to expel them all. We've already converted all this. We've got Catalan. So, can I not get rid of the Catalans here until I get rid of the Reformed? Is that what's happening or something? Like, Zativa doesn't seem to be showing up. It gets rid of both? So do we just need to find the Reformed? Are they in the Reformed list then? Palermo. Zativa. This religious minority is extremely zealous and will resist our attempts to ship them off. You bastards. Alright, I guess we should still do Palermo. Palermo? Palermo. I know where Palermo is, I swear. Where the hell's Palermo? Palermo is in Italy. This is not part of Iberia, so we don't actually care about them. Just send regular colonists for now, right? Like, what's the point in exporting people that don't matter? Except Neapolitan? Yeah, we could. I mean, we're doing alright on Diplo points now. Let's just spend all of the money. Okay. And we have another merchant. Every now and then we should probably just check to make sure Genonode's doing alright. Now it's doing even better, 16 ducat gap. So we're fine there. Yeah, Diplo Rep is not great. We've got Diplo Rep Advisor, we've got the Diplo Rep thing from the Pope. We're getting 7 per month right now. Good riddance, treasure fleet. And so we're just gonna keep on exporting people. "13 colonies exists." The 13 colonies exists, owned by Great Britain? How about we have Navarra attack the 13 colonies? Could they do that for us? Navarra, I want you to start war. Damn you! Okay, how about Portugal? I want you to start a war. How about ex-Portugal? I want you to start a war. How about Castellonia? Nope. How about Aragon? Nope. How about Catalonia gone? Damn it, stupid mechanic. I now have a 36% chance of becoming Curia controller. I've invested 5 times. Give me control of the damn Curia. Please. I must control the Curia. Yes, I'll defend you against Russia. Totally. I'm totally gonna help out. Are you using missionary strength for Iberia? Nah. I'm not paying attention to edicts, really. Now that we have the... now that we have, what's it called? The global trade blocked, there's really no challenge or rush for this achievement anymore. And we're out of things to convert. And we have papal influence at 57 again. Let's do that one. Wait, church tax, get some cash. No longer spending ridiculous amounts of money on missionaries. Remember, you have no corruption anymore. Why is it up so high? Well, we have unbalanced research because I'm super far behind on Diplotech because we've been integrating people. We should do something to help out. We're integrating people and we're like really far behind on doing this diplomatic idea group. It's just money though. I don't really care. What buildings are worth it in trade companies? There are a couple that are like no-brainers. The local venture gives production efficiency and local goods. Local goods equals production, local production, and local trade value. Trade value comes back as trade value, obviously. And then the foreign influence is also decent. And the harbor is decent. These 3 building sets. And prioritize states that have more overall province count. Because, for example, if I found a state, like say this one's got 5 provinces in it, would you rather have 5 times 0.3 goods? Or would you rather have 4 times 0.3 goods? Right? The total number of states, total number of provinces in the state is important. You can also, if you want to like really min-max it, you can try to look at the type of trade good and look at the value. And prioritize the one that has higher value trade goods. Like, say, this state, for example, has slaves, ivory, slaves, and coffee. So this one actually probably is better than a 5-province state, but it's just too much work. Just build them all. You're gonna have tons of money, right? Just build them all. Trade companies are ridiculously strong. There goes diplomatic faux pas, so we'll get a little bit more diplo rep. Is the problem too many ways to make money or not enough ways to spend it? I think that they made trade companies too strong. Personally. Like, it's a power creep issue. There's just way too much money available in trade companies, and they nerfed the crap out of colonial nations, and then they made trade companies way too profitable. And it's fine, it just seems odd to me because they went from one extreme to another, right? Like in one patch they tried to reduce the amount of money. Do you guys remember the patch where they made it so there's less money available in the game? There's a patch where they said, okay, they nerfed the crap out of all of the different sources for land maintenance modifier. So anything that gave land maintenance modifier, like say here, regimental system used to be -10. Multiple other sources used to be -10. And then they nerfed it all. They cut this modifier in half, like across the board. At the same time, they doubled the increase in army maintenance from technology. So they made armies way more expensive. They tried to cut all of the things that were like stacking and reduce the amount of overall money in the game. And then the very next patch, or the patch after, they had trade companies. And trade companies are just overpowered as hell. And it's like, okay, so do you want more money in the game or do you want less money in the game? Make up your mind, because there's so much money now. It doesn't matter what country you play as. By the end of the game, like we're making, I'm not even trying really. We're making 116 ducats a month now. Ming is making 172. You can see they're only making 28 from trade, so we're probably still okay. Have we discovered their trade node yet? Still don't know where the Beijing node is. Not quite. I think it's reasonable to assume that we're safe. And I insist that this tooltip is wrong. There's something wrong in the code that's making it think that the bottom thing should be green when it shouldn't. Okay, so we're just colonizing for the sake of colonizing, except that we can export some more Catalans because they've gotten converted. Excellent, let's get rid of them. They're filthy, we don't like them. We're now going to hopefully go back to this one. It instantly got passed, cool, because we already had support from the parliament, because the parliament's very small. Free stab is, welcome, sure. These provinces have unrest because they were low unrest after integration, and then I converted them. I lowered autonomy, and then they got converted by the religious center. Which, ironically, the religious center would be gone if I did allow the age to spawn. But I'm not going to. The great power of the Ottomans have intervened and joined our enemies in the Swedish Succession War. Yeah, okay. They join and they instantly have 7 enthusiasm. So, whatever. I don't care. I don't even know who's fighting. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All that matters is we're going to export people that don't belong in Iberia. Why should I let Castile's army fight in the war? I don't want him to help. I'm not going to ask for military access. Like, they're not allowed to participate. I'm just letting my ally, also known as my rival. No, no, he was my rival. He's not my rival anymore. But, you know, it's the Commonwealth. Let's just get him smashed between these two guys. It's fine. I'm not going to help him. Pope has called for Crusade of Dawasir. That seems fine. Russia cedes land to the Commonwealth. Look at that, we won. We're the bestest. I tried so hard. Imagine how much money we'd be making if the burgers were loyal right now. Government reform. Alright. Number of states plus 5 or minimum autonomy in territories. Well, we do have territories technically. But they're trade companies where there's already no autonomy floors, so... I mean, what exactly are you saying, game? I think that in general you'd always take the state slots here, but we don't need them. Kind of a moot decision. L'état c'est moi. We should be trying to move into India, if we could. Here's the final influence idea. Yeah, woo, global tariffs. Look at that, we still make more money. This is why, okay, I mentioned earlier that it's like broken how much they nerfed colonial nations. Look at the colony type, right? So I've got six colonial nations right now. Ex-Portugal. Let's add this up. So we have, let's see, we've got 112 ducats. Sorry, 112 development for ex-Portugal. Aragon's got 454. And Catalonia-gon has 93. 1,069 development worth of colonial nation. Okay? That 1,069 development worth of colonial nation translates into 3 ducats of taxes per month. Not considering the goods produced, but the goods produced also apply to vassals as well. Okay? We have, on the other hand, we've got Clanricarde, a vassal who has 9 development. We have Tyrone with 18. We've got Kildare with 9. And we've got Taffiolalt with 122. He's pretty big. So, altogether, 1,069 development versus 158. Which one do you think we make more money from, guys? Which one do you think's better? By a factor of 7 times, nearly 7 times as much colonial nation development, and we make more than twice as much from the guys that have 158 development. Fair and balanced. Makes sense. Ugh. Okay, just waiting on our integration here. January of 13 we're looking at. Looks like we've lost some integration speed having this babbling buffoon. We're at 8 per month. January of 13, that thing drops off in February of 13. It's cutting it really close. But we should be okay. Does a single trade company make you more than all the colonies combined? Well, yes and no, right? All of the colonies combined with over 1,000 development are paying us 3 ducats in tariffs. And like this state makes us 3.06. 3.06. Now 3.22. So yes, this state makes us more than all of the taxes of all of the 1,000 plus development colonies combined. And this is the development. But that doesn't factor in that you get trade, right? You get most of the trade value. Most, maybe not most. There's actually a fair bit being retained here. I should send some more ships over there. Yeah, now's the time where it makes sense to start splitting the fleet a bit. So you're gonna go protect trade in the Caribbean, you're gonna go protect trade in Mexico. So trade income was like 47, and now it's gonna go down for a second while we wait for the boats to move around. You can increase tariffs with the interaction? Oh, I'm well aware. I'm well aware of that mechanic. And it's awful, and you should never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever do it. Never spend monarch points to raise tariffs. You notice I keep on getting pop-ups, and I just always take the monarch points, because tariffs... We tried it. We tried doing everything in our power to make tariffs, like, as big as they could be, and it's still worse than having, like, 20 development worth of vassals. So, no. Take the monarch points. Finally! He's dead, he's gone. 6 out of 17 merchants are now available. We can upgrade our government rank. Let's do so. We can form the Spanish nation militarily. We don't want to do that because in order to get the achievement we have to be... I believe we have to still be... Well... Can we? Looks like maybe we can form Spain. Doesn't say anything about being Navarra. Shall we click? Alright, I got a backup save. Don't form Spain. You can go for 2 more achievements if you form Spain after. Alright, what achievements do you think we should try to get? As Spain, have Mexico, Panama, Havana, Cusco in colonial nations under you. Panama. That's easy. That's dumb. You get a home, and then you get a home. Well... Let's, I mean, there is the Spanish mission tree and the Spanish ideas, which are clearly superior. We gain a colonist, which would allow us to export people faster. Oh, hey. We need to have a marketplace, trade depot, or stock exchange here. Even though there's no, like, reason to ever do that, because there's no trade multiplier on it. Alright, what are we gonna do with all these dumb merchants? And also, we have, like, a huge amount of micro to do with all his fleets.